Today is January the 3rd. I sound a bit like I add to a logbook of a Starfleet carrier. And I feel a tad uncomfortable, as I'm usually not one to draw attention onto myself. I'm autistic and often feel like I've been dropped onto the wrong planet where everyone runs on a different language model. But once something is really important to you, you have to move out of your comfort zone. Helping at least a few people to cope with the vast quantities of information overwhelming us today, those making them feel better and knowing them better armed against those wanting to influence them maliciously, is important to me. Because I grew up under a regime that was constantly trying to manipulate us. Luckily, they didn't have today's technology, but as it was bad enough. This will give my age away, but I grew up in East Berlin. I was 13 when I joined the street protests and we toppled the wall. That happened in 1989. Here's my report card from this year. It came in this beautiful, arguable, beautiful map. And as you can see here, this is the report card from the first half term of 1989-1990. And on the back, you see all the subjects that have been taught. And there is written that history and political science was not graded. Taught, but not graded. Half a year later, you already have history as a grade and political science is still taught without a grade. Why? Because the regime tried what channels they had to shape reality by feeding the brains of its citizens things. Whatever they wanted. School, newspapers, TV, books, movies, music and theater, everything was served with a good helping of propaganda. They played on the conscious level and with one's feelings. But from one day to the other, up was down and black was white. And the reality teachers were to shape, the algorithm we as human beings were to run to ensure the gregariousness, was the polar opposite. My point is, there will always be people who want to manipulate your reality to their advantage. And their channels to do so have only become more plentiful, what makes our unprepared brains more vulnerable. We should do everything to help our brains be more prepared, better armed to defend themselves against attacks. Democracy only works when we live in at least approximately the same reality. That's why I write, and that's why I came up with Moments of Meaning. It's 30 seconds a day. Just give it a try. Maybe you even have fun.